Everybody, it's Kim the Crafty Nomad, and I'm back with another episode of the Crafty Nomad podcast, Sunday Shenanigans. Thanks for joining me, guys. Again, I am Kim. I'm your host, and they call me the Crafty Nomad because I'm all over the place when it comes to my crafting. I move from craft to craft to craft. I do a lot of different, kinds of crafts, and anything might show up. I get interested and I just have to dive in, and so that's sort of how I work. So you never know what kind of crafting you're going to see around here, but you will see a ton of crafting. So anyway, today, first I'm going to tell you where you can find me. You can find me on Instagram at Kim the Crafty Nomad. On Ravelry, I am Pettis Kim Knits. For those of you who still use it, I still use it, still love it. PettiskimKnits. I have a Facebook group for this podcast, and in addition, what else? Let's see. The Facebook group will be linked down below. In addition, my email will be there, as well as my Etsy shop information, which is quite empty right now, but it will still be there. Anyway, welcome into everybody who is joining me, either for the first time or if you've been with me for the entire time I've been recording. Thank you so much for being here with me. I really do appreciate the time that you guys spend with me. Our time is super valuable, and we get to choose to spend it any kind of way we want to. So the fact that you guys have chosen to spend some of your time with me really encourages my soul. So I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So let's get started. We've got 3 finishes. And these were all finished within the month of July. Today is July 10th. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I do have plenty of whips, but I am not going to, I didn't really bring them over here. Anyway. Not going to talk about whips today, just finishes. A couple of acquisitions. A couple of book recommendations, and I think, a little bit of yammering at the end about upcoming, and that's it. All right, so let's get started. You guys know that as of July 1st, we did start our Christmas in July make-along for the podcast. We cast it on. I had a live cast on July 1st, and we are making a project from this book. And this book was, I've been talking about this since I got this book, pretty much last year. And it's hard to believe that July is already here, but we are making Christmas gnomes, holiday gnomes. And this one is the one that I'm making. And this is the one that a lot of us are making. We're going to have a drawing at the end of the month. You have the whole month to get yours in. The giveaway, the drawing will be done probably on August the 1st, and announce who the winner is going to be. A project bag will be up for grabs, as well as some yarns, guys. And so if you choose to do this pattern along with me, you're going to get 2 chances at a prize. If you can't get a hold of this, or you just don't want to, you can do any holiday winter themed gnome you would like. And I say holiday because maybe you don't want to do a Christmas gnome. I don't know if there's such thing as a Hanukkah gnome, but maybe you want to do a Hanukkah gnome. Now, I will draw the line. It cannot be a fall or Halloween. It's all got to be wintry themed gnome. So it has to be either Christmas, Hanukkah, or snow or winter themed or whatever. So really you can make it in any color, but it can't be a Valentine's Day gnome, none of that. Anyway, so if you choose a different pattern, you will get 1 chance. Your name will be put into the drawing once. So everybody can play. You do have to be, to get a physical prize, you have to have a United States address. But you can play if you are international, because what I'll do is I'll go ahead and give you some kind of digital prize. I don't know what that is, but something that doesn't have to be mailed. So anyway, I am working on this one. This is called the Christmas Spirit Gnome by Elisa's Crochet. And I decided with mine that the pattern is written for worsted weight yarn, but he was gonna be kind of a smaller item. Let me see what she has down for the measurements. So he's supposed to be 12 inches tall from the very tip of the hat all the way to, what is that? The soles of the feet. Okay, so he's supposed to be 12 inches tall. And I thought, I'm going to go ahead and level up and use bulky weight yarn. So initially I used, let me tell you what okay, so let me show you the gnome. This is the one I cast on July 1st. Now the cool thing about this particular pattern, it works up so quickly that within days of the cast on, people had finishes. Okay, and so if you still want to jump in, you have all the way till the end of the month. Get your gnomes done. You can join the Facebook group and post your pictures over there, because that's where I'll be pulling the names from. That's how I will know that you participated. But if you're not on Facebook, you can go ahead and email me the pictures. My email will be in the description box below. For real, I swear, it's going to be there. All right, so here's my guy, and here's what I just decided right away, that I was going to use a number 5 yarn. So this is, the gray is Serenity Chunky from Premier, and I believe this colorway was Smoke. Yes. And then I used Charisma, and guys, I hope this is the right one, because I so love this one. Okay, this is one of my favorite Charisma colorways. I do not know if they still make this one. It is Deep Stash. I made I must have given it away, but I made a hat and Rosina from Zines and Rogers. I made, she had a pattern for a cowl that was like a granny stitch chevron, and that's what I believe I made out of this. But I found a ball of it, which I have been hoarding because I just think it's the prettiest color, and it is called let's see, Holiday. So it's the perfect color. Now, I really don't even know if they still make this one, but this is Charisma from Loops and Threads. It had 109 yards in this number 5, and it recommended an L hook. I used the 4.5 because I was making amigurumi and I did not want any holes, so that's what I used. So the shoes, the body and the shoes are all, and look how cute the shoes are, guys. So the body and the shoes are all from the Serenity Chunky, which I do have that label here as well. So this is what the body is made of. And this is 100% acrylic. Everything is 100% acrylic. This one is also considered a number 5 bulky. And the colorway was Smoke. I did have that right. And then this, the white part, the beard, and let's see if I have it. The beard, and if I can get it. I got too much stuff on this table. Hold on, trying to shift. get this last couple of labels to show you guys. Okay, so for the beard, rather than, I decided I was gonna do just like a white and brush it out, but I went ahead. I think I'm still trying to get his beard like lined up like it's supposed to be, but anyway, I went ahead for the edging around the hat and the beard. I used Bernat Pipsqueak, and it is in the colorway Whitey White. And it worked out just perfect for this. The nose and the tip of the hands are from, what is that? Big Twist, Super Value, in the colorway Caramel. This is worsted weight yarn, but I held it double. So that is that one. Okay, so this is the one I cast on that live cast on. And what I did was, with the legs and the arms are not stuffed, but the hands have a little stuffing and the feet have stuffing. And what I did here is I put some fiber fill in it, but I put some poly pellets in it too, because I wanted the legs to have some kind of weight to them. So that is that. I love how he came out. I'm super thrilled with him. I had a bunch of bells that I had gotten from AliExpress, and I didn't want to put, I mean, this is the closest green I could find, and I don't want to do a whole lot of effort of trying to find a green, so I just went with it, and I think it's working out perfectly fine. So I love how this guy came out, and I'm happy to add him to my holiday decor. I believe this is going to be my second Christmas gnome, because I made a Santa gnome with the cranberry and ivy, or ivy and cranberries, from Craft Smart Yarn a couple years ago, and I still have that one. So now this guy is being added. So I love him. I love how he came out. So boom, that one is done. Let me sit him over here somewhere where he can sit up nice and not fall over. He's gonna fall over. Okay, so in the middle of making that one, I don't know what made me do it. I had the body done, and I happened to one day this week end up, well, I did this before I knew I was going to stay home. Like Sunday or Monday, maybe it was Monday because it was a holiday. I started a second one of these, and I was using the Charisma yarn. Again, my plan was to go with the number 5s, and I was going to go with the number 5s, and I found a cranberry one, and I was like, this is it. It's going to be, hopefully this ball of yarn is going to be enough for the body, and the arms and the feet. I don't know if it would have been enough, but what I ended up doing was I added an extra increase, as I was accidentally, I didn't mean to, but I'm so glad I did. I added an extra increase. So I was like, this cranberry is about to run out, and it's not going to make the entire body. What am I doing? And I realized finally that I had done and added another increase. And so I went with it, because, you know, I like a big amigurumi anyway. So I went with it, and here's what this one came out like. So I started with this cranberry and was like, it's not going to finish. And so I had a Charisma in the colorway, I think this is called Cream or something like that, I don't know. So I got those two, which I had bought these for a whole nother project. I was going to knit a chunky cowl with this, and a black. I still want to do this, a color work one, so I'm going to have to go back and get this and this again, because I decided to use it for this. So you can see, I still use the same skin tone. That's the caramel from Big Twist, Super Value, held double, and I had a black. I thought the black bell went just fine with him. And this particular colorway that I use for the yarn that I use for the hat and the legs on this one, and I did the same thing. I put a little bit of stuffing and some poly pellets in the legs. So the yarn that I use for this guy, for the hat and the legs, is this Big Twist Winter. And the colorway is red, green, and white. This one is a number 6. And it is actually has some wool in it. And you can definitely tell when you're using it that it has wool in it. I'm not allergic. You can just tell from the texture. And I had forgotten that. And when I was working with it, I was like, I wonder if this also has wool in it. And sure enough, it does. I'm just seeing it now. So I used that one. I loved it for the legs. Now, plan was to use all Big Twist Winter, if you remember. But in the end, this is what I came down to. And it didn't matter. This one is a number 6 bulky. That didn't matter, because I used it only in the appendages here and in the hat. I did with the arms, I had to adjust and make them longer. I made the legs a little bit longer just because his body was so much bigger. But I love how it came out. And again, I used the pipsqueak again on the edging and on the beard. I got this white fluff all over the place. I've been using a lint roller to get it off of me. But yeah, that is my other finish. And I'm so thrilled with both of these. So, like I said, guys, it's July 10th, and I have 2 of mine finished. And other people have at least 1 finished. So, this particular pattern works up really quickly, and I really think most of the Gnome patterns are going to work up fairly quickly. I was just kind of laughing at myself because, you know, I made Clover and Bramble for the spring yarny YouTube hop, as well as for the summer yarny YouTube hop. So I probably should call this the year of the gnomes because I have made a lot of gnomes. I made the spring yarny YouTube hop. I made Clover and Bramble plus 2 additional gnomes. So lots of gnomes in my life. Anyway, these are this guy right here. I love him. I love his size. I really love how he came out. So yeah, he was super fun to make. And who knows, I might make another one. Maybe not this month, but you know, I got my Christmas in July. I finished my own project for my own make-along. So, and not only did I finish 1, I finished 2. And so, yeah, that's a victory. That is a total victory for me. I never, ever use just a regular thumbnail, but this would be a good thumbnail, huh? Anyway, let me put these guys down over here and we will move on. So, another thing that I finished, I was late at night on, let's see, Friday night or early in the morning. I woke up, couldn't fall back to sleep, so I was looking at YouTube. No, I was looking at Instagram, and this girl who's a TikToker, she uploads on her TikToks onto Instagram as well. I forgot her name, but she's pretty popular. She's the one on TikTok who started using that retro stripes yarn in the Addy or in the Centro, and she kind of blew up from there. Actually, it's the first time I had seen that colorway, and it was like a must-have until I hoarded. But anyway, I forgot her name. Katie did or something like that. Katie does it. Anyway, I will link her down below. She makes a ton of amigurumis, and she made this particular one, and she said that she did hers in 2 hours. She was on a road trip. Her husband was driving, or somebody else was driving, and she made hers in 2 hours. This is Bronto the Dinosaur, and it's a paid-for pattern on Etsy. I will link it down below. It is like $4. It's a no-sew pattern. So here is my Bronto. He's a little bit like there he is. Alright. It did not take me 2 hours. It took me more like 5 hours. Because I was having issues with the way I was reading the pattern. And I don't know if it can be done. I'm going to try it again. In fact, I already started another one because I used Bernat Parfait yarn. Now, they make Parfait chunky, which is like a number 6. But this is the Parfait, and it is a number 5, bulky. It's like a velvet yarn, like a blanket yarn. And I bought a ton of it because I want to continue making amigurumi, but the blanket yarn makes them huge. This makes them bigger than worsted, but not huge. So anyway, I thought he turned out really cute. It just took me way more than 2 hours to do it, okay? So, but the ball of yarn is a 3.5 ounce ball of yarn. I forgot the yardage, but I still had quite a bit left, but I didn't know if I had enough to do another one. And because I don't want the yarn to sit around, I really want to use it up. So what I did was I waited, and the yarn that I have left is 2 ounces, which means I used 1.5 ounces of yarn on this one. And if I'm doing the math right, that means I should be able to get a second one and still have a little bit left over. So let's see how that goes. I already started it, but I didn't bring it over here because this is an interesting, the way you construct this. Again, it's truly no sew. You don't sew anything. Everything is crocheted. So, yeah. So that's cool. That came out great. So, and again, but it took more than 2 hours. But this weekend, last weekend, I didn't put up a show. I didn't put up a video. It's a holiday weekend. It was a busy weekend, a lot of time with friends. And so this weekend I was like, woosah, I'm not going anywhere if I don't have to. And so I haven't gone anywhere, so I was able to work on that and finish up my gnomes. Very excited about my gnomes. Now, the reason why I probably wouldn't even be finished with these gnomes, but Jordan got his 3rd booster on Tuesday, and Wednesday he just didn't feel up to snuff. So I stayed home with him. And so I was able to do a lot of crocheting that day, and that's really how I got so much progress on my gnome. So by the weekend, I had most of the parts finished, and I had to, you know, I had a couple more things to do, but the pieces worked up really fast, and then just to put them all together, I'm really, really happy with all the projects that I shared with you today, and the progress that I made. All right, so I've been working on way more than just that. You know, I've been working on also my fall Yarny YouTube Hop stuff, and I'm very excited about that, but I can't show any of that to you. But suffice to say, I have been working on those things. Now, I have to say, and I've said it before, I started the year out like gangbusters with all these plans, and really, I think I did great all the way up until April. And even past April, I've done pretty good, but I mean, I've been doing good with the progress. I'm talking about video and content creation. I just haven't been able to do it. I feel like I can't get as much done. And therefore, because I'm back at work full-time on site, I am back commuting. I'm back, you know, picking up Jordan. And man, guys, the summer is going by pretty fast. He's going to start the 8th grade at the middle of August. So, I mean, we got about a month left. And so, yeah, I just don't have enough time. And so everything is just going to be what it's going to be. And I'm just going to be like, I'm very proud of you, Kim, for everything that you were able to accomplish in the first part of the year, and I'm very proud of you, Kim, for all the things you will continue to get progress on. However, there will be no deadlines. There will be no, I gotta get this done by so-and-so. Either I'm gonna get Ivy Cottage done or I'm not. You know, it'll get done. It just may not be in 2022. I'm gonna try with the memory blanket, the Christmas blanket. I'm gonna keep working on those, and they will get finished. But I'm just, you know, I just have limited amount of time And so I'm tending to go toward whatever I feel like doing. I'm back to being a moody stitcher. And the good thing about being a moody stitcher, I got that from the girls over at A Knit Sheep. The good thing about being a moody stitcher is that I'm still stitching. I just sometimes don't feel like doing certain things, and so I'm just going to work on the things that I want to work on, because that will keep my momentum, that will keep my mojo. I'm not going to force myself to do things just to meet a deadline. I'm going to pick projects that I want to do and whatever's calling my name. So back to being a mixed bag. All right, so hopefully you'll still see progress on a lot of things. All right, so that's that for that. Let's see. Next, let's talk about acquisitions now. Let me show you this. This is something that came up on my suggestions on Amazon. I was ordering, what was I ordering? It must have been something crafty. I can't remember right now what I was ordering. However, this was a suggestion, and what this is a tool to help you put on safety eyes. And it does work. I actually used it to put the safety eyes on this fellow. And it worked beautifully. It really worked beautifully. And I enjoy it. Now, I am glad I got it. It definitely helps me because it's getting a little bit harder. I've never had a whole lot of upper body strength. A lot of women don't. But to put those safety eyes on, you know, there's effort that has to be made. This really, really, really helps with that. You basically are pushing it with this. Anyway, one day I'll demonstrate that. When I am at another point. When I am at another point, when I'm making the second one of these guys, I will make a video and show you how to use it. But anyway, it's very cool. Now, it was $12.99. Not that bad, but I recommend it because I only used it once, and so far it's great. However, Ella at No Catchy Name had shown a couple of years ago, I think I watched a video of hers where she showed that you can use a spool of thread to pretty much do the same thing to get your safety eyes on. So I'll show you how I do it one day, but I got that. Then I was watching Z, Zelda NRJ 3, Z Formation. Hey Z, she was showing her project, and she showed this project bag, and this is Gigi made it. This is her logo, her artwork, and this is from Della Q. This is called Della Q, and it's got snaps all across the top, so you can easily put your yarns through the center. No Velcro, so your Velcro, it won't get stuck on Velcro. And then it has a zipper in the front. And the bag was $12.99, guys. I will try to link this down below if you're interested. Gigi Gigi made it, is a blogger. She is a Instagram influencer. She is incredible. She's been having some health issues throughout I think it started at the beginning of the year. So keep her in your prayers. Her name is Gay Gillespie, and she is a powerful voice in the knitting community. And yeah, she's super cool. And yeah, so I got that bag, and I will link all the Gigi stuff and Della Q in the description box below. So I got that. Very affordable, very nice. And then I had, did I bring them? I have 2 books to show you that I just got. I forgot. I think La Petite Saint. Anyway, another YouTuber influenced me, but I think Pamela from Pamela's Adoring Crochet also loves this book. And since I mentioned Pamela, I wanted to say she just suffered an incredible loss in her family. So if you could just continue to remember, I know you guys know by now, continue to remember Pamela in your prayers. She is an incredible person, and she is incredibly strong. And she's going through a lot, so if you could keep her in your prayers and keep supporting her channel, I will link it down below. She designs dog clothes and all kinds of different patterns, but she's definitely a positive voice in the crochet community here on YouTube. And so yeah, I just want to ask that we continue to keep her in our prayers as she and her family go through this really, really challenging time. Okay, all right, so I know I saw this book from her, but this is Animal Friends of Peek-a-Paw #2. So apparently there's a #1 and a #3, so I have to add those to my list. But the elephant is what got me. The elephant, y'all, look at him. The koala is cute as well. Everything in here is cute. This will call me higher because there's color work, and I don't generally do the color work. Oh, you know what? Stephanie from Stephanie's Yarn Escape. This is the owl. I believe she did. I believe she did this owl. So yeah, a lot of people have this, but for this elephant, guys, let me just show you why I love this elephant. What page is the elephant on, guys? Let me find the elephant for you. Louisa the elephant. I got so many elephant patterns, and everybody brings something different to the way they write these. But would you look at those ears? I mean, really, that's the cutest thing ever. So I got that book. And speaking of Stephanie, Stephanie is doing the Attack of the Amigurumi 2022. She did it last year. She's doing it again this year. Every month she has a theme, and you can participate on her Facebook group, which I will link down below. And actually, I will just link her channel, and from her channel you can find her Facebook group. And each month she gives us a new theme. Last month was, I believe, zoo animals, and I made a koala bear. This month it is prehistoric or mythical creatures. And let me just say, okay, so I have this book. I just got this book. I actually thought I already had this book because I have seen it so many times and said I was going to get it, but I guess I never did. Dinosaurs and Mammoths and More. Prehistoric Amigurumi. Perfect for Stephanie's make-along this month. And there are so many cute things in here, but guys, let me just show you the one I must make. I must make her just because my childhood, okay? Why don't they have pebbles in this book? That is Pebbles. They don't call her Pebbles because, you know, copyright. But Gabby the Cave Girl is pretty much Pebbles from the Flintstones. So I simply must make Pebbles. When I make mine, her name is going to be Pebbles. But there's so many cute things in here, guys. So many cute things in the prehistoric. Now, this is from, I actually own the mini version of this pattern. This is from Sweet Oddity Art, and the designer behind that is Carolyn Brody, and this is Petra the Pterodactyl. I have made the mini version of this for my nephew who had requested a rainbow pterodactyl when he was about 4, and I made it. It's some red heart yarn, but this is the bigger one. You see how big that is? So I will make him one day as well. But it's really cute. I mean, look at the little cave boy. I mean, okay, here you go. That's everything. So many cute things. So I just got that book. Now these two I just wanted to show you in case you already own them and you want to participate in Stephanie's make along. I wanted to remind you, if you have these books, that these are perfect for this month. This one is called Unicorns and Dragons. And this one is called, wait, I'm missing some stuff. Okay, hold on. Unicorns and Dragons 2. And wait. Okay, Unicorns and Dragons and More Fantasy Amigurumi. Okay, so this is the first one. Unicorns, Dragons, and More Fantasy Amigurumi. That's the first one. And the pink cover is the second one. Okay, and so rather than go through all, let me just see which one's the one in here that I was just blown away by. I love this one. I looked up a list of mythical creatures, and these two books have a lot of them in there. But look at Molly the Tooth Fairy. Now, you can make Molly look any way you want. You can make her look like you, but she is super cute. Look at that. That's Molly. Look at her feet. Look at the Tooth Fairy. There are some cool things. There's a unicorn, of course, in here, but look at Harriet the Pegasus. I just love it, guys. Okay, so I'll just show you those two in there. And then in this one, what I want to make, which I wish I had made this for Katrina's make-along, but I wasn't thinking. There are so many things in here. There are pixies. There's a Medusa. Let me show y'all. Here's the pixie. I still might make one more thing for Stephanie. I already put in, because a gnome is a mythical character, so I already entered one of my gnomes. I already entered, I mean, you only get, really your name in one time, but I just, making them, so I put them over there. And then the prehistoric is my, my Brontosaurus. But look, I was going to make Poppy the Pixie. I still might. She looks like she'll be quick. She's not going to be that big. Let me see. Yeah, she's only going to be 7 inches tall, so I could totally, make her out of bulky and make her bigger. But would you guys look at this? Oh my goodness, it's so many cool things. Okay, they got a mermaid in this book, but look, they got a merman as well. Boom, there you go. They have a unicorn, but look at Medusa, guys. They got Medusa in here. Anyway, if you have those two books and you want to participate with Stephanie's Make Along, those books should be your go-to. There's plenty of things in there. I will show one more because I really want to. I wish I had made this for. I don't know if it would have counted. I know Katrina had some kind of tree of life Make Along, and I don't know if you can make any kind of tree. It's too late now because she's done. But let me show you, if I had looked at this book in time, what I would have made. Ooh, let me hurry up, guys. This is long, but it's because I wasn't here last week. Okay, I did not do a video for you guys. Guys, look at this dryad. A tree, right? I should have looked that up. She's a tree nymph. Well, I don't know if that would have worked, but I want to make her too. Okay, I want to make it all. Anyway, that's it, guys. I think those are all the things I wanted to share with you. Please let me know if you know, if I don't know, does Lupton Threads still make this colorway? It's the best ever, and if they do, I want some. Okay, maybe I'll trade some of y'all if you have some, but this was my last ball, but I still got this much left, so I'm glad I used it on the gnome, but I only had one ball anyway. But I want more of that. Anyway, that's it. So I already mentioned the the spring yarny YouTube hop. I'm getting it all messed up just like everybody else. The fall yarny YouTube hop, which our reveal day is going to be the first day of fall, which I believe is the 20th or the 21st of September. I haven't looked it up. However, I already started working on my project. I have so much stuff in process right now that I can't show you, but I really actually started working on the first day of summer because I'm too ambitious. I want to do so many things, so I had to go ahead and get started if I have any hope of getting them done, getting everything done that I want to get done in time for reveal day. All right, so be on the lookout for that. I will do a little teaser for that eventually. I still haven't drawn for the Summer Yarn YouTube Hop, so if I'm gonna draw for a winner on the Facebook group, it will be a project bag. I previously showed the fabric. I haven't made the bag yet, but I will draw next Sunday. So a week from today, you got one more week to get your summer themed project posted over on the Facebook group. It needs to have been done this quarter, not something you did a long time ago. Okay, let your conscience be your guide. And then I will do a drawing as well for my content creators who participated. They also get a chance at a prize, so I will be doing that next Sunday. And I think with that, I think I am done. Yeah. I thank you guys so much for joining me for this episode of the Crafty Nomad podcast. I will see you again next Sunday. Until we meet again, keep it crafty. Oh, one more thing. Oops, I almost forgot. There's another video that will come out in the next day or two. It will be an unboxing, so stay tuned for that. All right, it's not yarn. Okay, bye guys. Talk to you later. Bye. Keep it crafty.